feature hundreds of amazing rides on Hypnotic, but it's time to showcase our viewers. Each and every week we hit the streets and we want to show your ride to Southern California. It's all about viewers like you. This is our Whip of the Week. Vintage, classic, and cool. A 61Caddy unlike any you've ever seen.
When I first got into this car, when we took it for a road test, that was it. It went left, it went right, it wouldn't stop. It's like, holy Jiminy, man, this thing is a piece of work. That was it right there. We kind of had to stop and say, hey, we got to get this in the shop. It got brakes done on it, complete front brakes. And then next we got to get it to stop pretty well. I mean, we went from there. And that just snowballed into other things. Steering box, gear boxes were bad. Then there's noises going down the road after that. It's like, then it's rear bearings, and it's drive shafts. And after we got this thing running pretty decent, it's like you start looking at it, it's like, wow, what's all this paint underneath this molding? I don't know how they did it, but, you know, it's come a long way. What happened with this car is when we started looking at it again, it was like, wow, there's a lot of paint all over it. So we dropped this bumper off and completely took all the chrome off it. Had the front bumper re-chromed and then started looking at the grill, and then we added all these bullets on the grill. All the headlights were really bad, all the buckets were bad. I mean, just a little steel wool on it, and you know, it really came out really well. To me personally, it's real important, especially in a black car which got a lot of chrome on it. Reflections are everywhere. When we got back, the car kind of did the same thing we did with the front. Basically, pulled the bumpers off and thought, well, maybe we'll re-chrome them, maybe we won't, you know. It's a driver car. I can't get too critical about it. Take all the paint off it, steel wool it, make it kind of look pretty. And we wanted to get some new taillights. Well, guess what? They don't make 61 taillights. They make a 60 and a 62, but they don't make 61 taillights. We bought 59 taillights. I fabricated some little inserts to hold the taillights in. And it just works great for the car. I mean, it was really kind of a cool deal that you know, those taillights really work for that car. Although I didn't have a 61 when I was a kid, I had a 68 Cadillac, a four-door, which is not really popular. But I tell you what, trunk space in these cars, you put 3 or 4 guys in there and go to the local drive-in, and they're like, hey, anybody with you? No, not at all, man. You got a trunkload of people in the back, you know. Subwoofer time? Okay, here's the trunk to have a subwoofer in. You know what really brings this car together? It's like, it's these big white walls. This really makes this car, is these white walls. These are American classic white walls, standard 15-inch tire. If it was any other color, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but that's a big plus of the car, is the white walls.
Never gonna settle, pedal to the metal. Don't you know I'm gonna go for broke?
We want your pride and joy to be our next Whip of the Week. Send us photos of your ride and tell us why we should come feature you. Log on to Hypnotic.com, click on Whip of the Week, and soon your car could be a star.